if you go and read in Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 10, going through verse 13, you read where it's illustrated that Jesus uses parables. And for lack of a better term, Jesus used entertainment to reach people. When he was dealing with a society that may or may not have been illiterate. Obviously, this was before the time of television, movies, etc., all the things that we have for entertainment. Jesus used the most simplest form to communicate truth, a story with a meaning. And it says that he was so good at doing that, he attracted crowds of thousands and thousands. Now, it also, if you study Scripture, if you look at that whole chapter, look at the whole entire book of Matthew, it says where the scribes and the Pharisees, when they would engage and talk to the people, they would just simply sort of open up the book and just read. And I always was blown away with the fact that Jesus kind of took it to one step further. He dealt with people in a way that they could understand. They were an agricultural society, so he told stories about farming. He told stories about things that they dealt with on a daily basis. He took the truth of God, which sometimes people just don't get, or it appears boring, or appears out of touch to them. He took it and he broke it down in a way that not only was entertaining, but it dealt with them on the very level exactly where they're at. And that is what God is calling us to do. If we're going to communicate, we have to find a way to do it in a way that not only entertains, but engages and still speaks the truth of what God has for people's lives.
Okay, so today we're talking about the aspect of hooks and everything that goes with that. So when I think of hooks, I think of exactly what that is. It is something that hooks the listener, keeps the listener, and makes them want to listen to everything you have to say in your lyrics. So if I was going to go fishing, I would use a hook. Why? Because the hook catches the thing that I'm trying to get. And you're trying to catch the listener, you're trying to make them listen to what you have to say in the verse. Now you have to understand, a lot of people, the way most people listen to music is people tend to listen to the beat first, then the chorus, then the verses. But a lot of us as songwriters, MCs, lyricists, whatever, we tend to, the way we put things important is we write lyrics first, beat second, and then chorus last. So if you notice, there's kind of a struggle there. The way most people listen to music is not the way we mostly write music. So I usually, as a general rule, start with the chorus. I start with the hook. Why? Because my mentality is to think the way the person that's going to listen thinks, not the way I want to think. And when I started out, that's generally the way I was. I didn't start off hook first. I started off, yo, check out my lyrics, check out what I have to say. The reality is, if we want to be great songwriters, we have to meet people where they're at. People are the ones that support us. People are the ones that buy our music. People are the ones that power our sales, so to speak. And unless you want to just be a hero to yourself, you have to learn how to write in the way that people listen. So, with all that being said, choruses are incredibly important. Now, generally, as a general rule, I'm trying to find the most simplest, complex way to rope you in. Now, I know that sounds like an oxymoron. How do you write something incredibly simple that's incredibly complex? Hook writing, like anything, is just a repetitive process that you learn how to do over time. I generally try to find something that will stay stuck in your head. Something that is repetitive, but not to the point that it's annoying. So without any particular way to say that, I generally say, start with the chorus, try to refine the chorus, make the chorus as catchy as possible, make it as simple as possible, and as a general rule, if you want to know if your chorus is great, if you want to know if your chorus will stick with people, can a little kid recite it? I was told this a long time ago. I was said, if you're going to write something, make it to where a 5-year-old can catch it and repeat it. Now, I hate to say it, but a lot of times I will sort of just play my music for my kids. And if I notice that chorus, they're catching on really quickly, I've generally found that if the kid can catch it, the average person can catch it. Now, you have to understand, most people are not engaged listeners, meaning they're not in-depth listeners to your music. Most people, music is either playing in the background or it is just something that is there to fill time or fill space. So you have to find something that sounds good and catches the person that don't even care to listen to what you have to say. That's where it starts with the chorus.